Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your January 2021 love reading. Hope you guys are having a good holiday season and a happy new year. And thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. As far as personal readings go, I'm going to start them up sometime in January, not 100% sure when yet, but I'll make an update in the community section of the channel when I do. And as far as what we have in front of us, it's a Bridging the Gap spread, and the way it works is the cards on the left side represent your energy toward the connection with your main love interest. Cards on the right side represent their energy toward the connection. And there's the past energies, present energies, future energies. Once we get through all those, we'll actually pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the Bridging the Gap dynamic comes into play. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, and on the right side we have the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like that should be the other way around, then trust that. Alright, so with all that said, we'll get started. A lot of cards came up in the past position on your side. So we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Nine of Cups in reverse, Ten of Cups in reverse, Innocence, which is the equivalent of the Fool, and Five of Cups. So a whole lot going on here, but what this looks like to me, primarily what I'm seeing this is pointing to is that it looks like you guys just basically stopped putting energy toward this connection. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, we get to see her back is turned toward the cards on that side. Obviously the Nine of Cups points to, especially in this deck, well, I'll put it in the upright while I talk about it. In this deck in particular, it looks like someone, trying to manifest their Ten of Cups, because if we think about the Ten of Cups as the rainbow going on there, and we could see it looks like she's basically trying to manifest that. So with that Nine of Cups, it feels like you just decided that you weren't really going to do that. And like we said with the Ten of Cups in reverse here, so there you see that rainbow. So if this also in reverse looks like you just decided to not put any effort in, you may have just went along to another connection with this Fool energy, but then after a while you were disappointed with that as well. So interesting energy there. Trying to see if there's anything else comes to mind with this. And another way this could be playing out too could just be saying that for some of you, maybe you've just gotten out of a connection with someone else and then jumped into the connection with this person. That's another way that could be playing out. Past energy on their side, we have the Five of Wands. So with this deck in particular, it always stands out to me, just for whatever reason, this person always just seems a bit shady to me in this dynamic. So here's one possible explanation for what could have been going on your side. For example, let's say you might have heard a rumor from someone, oh, I saw your person doing XYZ, and they might have had some ulterior motives behind that as well. So that's something to keep in mind there. So, there could have been some rumors that were spread that might not have even been true. Of course, for some of you, you might have actually physically with your own eyes saw something happening, which would make sense as far as you guys leaving the connection as well. But yeah, looks like there was definitely something a bit off with the connection in the past, and really for the majority of you, I feel like this is more of like a misunderstanding where someone might have probably purposely, quite frankly, but just passed some information along to you that wasn't actually true about this person. Alright, in the present position on your side, we have the Five of Staves, which is Leo energy. Wisdom, which is the equivalent of the High Priestess. I usually view that as Pisces energy. And the Five of Arrows, which is Aquarius energy. So really what I'm seeing with this could just be, again, it's interesting we see the Five of Wands there, and then we see basically the equivalent of that on in this deck as well on your side. So on the one hand, it could just be saying that there could be a continuation of energy where you guys just might get into a lot of arguments with each other. But really what I'm seeing here with that Wisdom card could just be saying that this is you guys getting some insight on the situation. So for example, maybe you're seeing this situation from the past through a different lens now. And, that could be a result of the fact that pretty early on in January, Mars is going to move into Taurus, which is your 12th house, and it's going to be interacting with Uranus and all kinds of different planets that are going to be in Aquarius as well. So, you could just be getting a lot of sudden insights around situations, looking at them from a different perspective, and maybe even getting guidance around looking at the situation as well. So that's certainly a situation that I could see playing out there. And maybe, seeing this card here with the angel symbolism could just be saying that you might come to the realization that maybe you did kind of jump the gun and react a bit impulsively to whatever was going on there in the past. All right. In the present position on their side, we have the Nine of Wands. So this is actually Sagittarius energy here. And for some of you, this could even point to maybe some of this insight came about for you when that new moon eclipse happened in Sagittarius that we had recently. So I forgot about that aspect. So that could have even been what it was. That might have brought some new information in regarding the situation. But here, Nine of Wands energy usually represents the energy of being guarded. And what stands out to me here is it looks like we could see like the hand going over the person's mouth. So I feel like this could just be saying the person could be trying to explain themselves, and for whatever reason, you might not be wanting to hear it right now. So it looks like you're still working through that. But it looks like this person is going to try to come in and actually try to let you know their side of the story. Now, whether you'd be open to that or not seems to be another issue. It could happen online as well, because seeing all those birds in the card to me points to usually for social media. That's usually how I see that. So, they might reach out to you via social media, and you might not be too open toward hearing them out. But with the wisdom card there, I feel like the guidance at the very least is telling you to hear them out, basically. And it might even be what I call this reading, just from the overall looks of things. But future position on your side, we have the Two of Staves. So this is actually Aries energy here, but more than anything, I'm seeing this as you guys wanting to have a fresh start. And for some of you, it's going to be with this person. Quite frankly, I do have to say, for some of you, it could be with someone else too, given that his back is turned to the cards on that side. But I feel like this is saying you guys might actually decide to have a fresh start with this person. Obviously, it's going to depend on how that conversation goes and if they actually did do something, right? So, there's still some pieces of the puzzle to be figured out there. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. And then for some of you, this could even point to possibly it might be a while as far as maybe when Mars moves into your sign, for example. So, like we said, it's going to be in Taurus starting in January, and then somewhere in February, it's going to move into Gemini. So, given that this isn't a future position and it's a January reading, that could definitely just be pointing to that. Future energy on their side, we have Judgment. So, yeah, I feel like this person's definitely going to be coming back around again. And this could just even be saying that karmically the two of you are meant to, at the very least, talk through this issue again and revisit it. For some of you, there can be children involved. That's certainly a possibility. Or this could even just be letting you know that that certainly could be a possibility. So if you're not looking to conceive anytime soon, keep that in mind. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. So this does remind me of the fact, too, that we're going to have a Mercury retrograde toward the very end of January is when it starts, basically. So that could be when this person might come back around, too. All right, and the bottom of the deck on your side, we have Power. So this is Aries energy again, the equivalent to the Emperor. So on the one end, this could just say that you guys do have that potential to actually, form a solid couple. So that's what I'm saying. For the majority of you, I feel like this really was some kind of misunderstanding, or possibly the two of you might realize that there might have been some outside interference where someone might have purposely spread misinformation regarding the connection with ulterior motives, like I mentioned. So, of course, something like that can make a couple stronger if you figure that out. So that's a possibility there. And it's interesting to me, too, that underneath that, we have the King of Staves, and if we look at the way he's dressed, it looks similar to the Two of Staves as well. So definitely going to be some progress in the situation. Like I said, for some of you, it might take until Mars actually moves into your sign, but could be sooner than that. And then the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So, again, I feel like this is basically symbolizing that they want to have a fresh start as well. Now, with Ace energies, there's not always a guarantee that they would communicate that, but it does look like there's going to be some effort on their part to talk to you. So, that's what I'm seeing there. And moving on to the Oracle cards. First, we have Aqua Moonlight. And I did pre-shuffle this deck before we started recording, and I'm basically just going to be looking for some jumpers here. So first, unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And if I shuffle for a while without anything coming up, I'll just go on to the next deck. But sometimes we get some additional messages here. That could be helpful. All right, nothing coming up there, so we'll see if we get any unspoken messages from them to you now. Oh, got one. There it is, and let's see. Okay. Yeah, this definitely kind of confirms what I was feeling. So let's get its focus. There we go. It says mountain. Something or someone is standing in between us right now. So that definitely makes what I was feeling there with that Five of Wands. Like maybe that someone with ulterior motives might have communicated something to you. And through the connection off the rails, that definitely seems to align very well with this message. And then I was saying, as far as, I was getting that feeling to say to you guys to hear them out. So if this sounds like your story, definitely keep that in mind. If this person comes back around and tries to talk to you, and that could even be, again, like I was saying there, where basically this Five of Staves might almost be like, given that we see that in the past on their side, almost like pointing to you guys potentially having like an eye for an eye mentality, but with the wisdom here, could just be saying that, well, hold on a second, hear them out. And then if you don't, and you got that Five of Arrows around, I feel like that's where the angel symbolism, it always looks like he's leaving to me. So it's like, they might be like, all right, well, if you do this, you're on your own, basically, So definitely interesting there. Pretty dramatic reading so far. But yeah, that definitely seems to point out what I was feeling there. So definitely try to hear them out. Like I said, if they come back around and try to tell you their side of the story. All right, and next we have the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and same situation here as far as I did pre-shuffle this one as well, but here we'll just be looking for one card with general advice, and then we'll wrap up. Oh, got it. All right. We have Poised. There's the artwork, and the number is 48. Okay, it says being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, confidence. The Oracle's message: you can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to, your skills are sharp, you've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. So interesting message there as far as the wisdom and knowledge. Um, Made me think of the wisdom card in the present. So I would say, especially if this person does come back around to talk to you and something tells you not to react in this way, where that might be your first instinct, that could definitely be another sign that you're being, nudged from the universe to, all right, let me hear this person out and see what happens. The relationship message says when you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendships, and harmonious new connections are all present now or are coming in. You're ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. So an interesting message there. I will say that makes me feel more like I could see that in your future energy with the Two of Spades, where I was saying, looks like you guys would be ready for that fresh start. So it might just be one of those things where this all needs to be cleared up before you get to that point. So definitely an interesting reading there. Hopefully it resonated for some of you. But aside from that, we'll wrap up there. I hope you guys, again, like I said, are enjoying your holiday season and have a happy new year. And I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.